let's think about that. When we wake up in the middle of the night and when our minds start going, when we start worrying, do we add a single hour to the span of our lives? Absolutely not. Instead, do you know what happens? Waking up in the middle of the night, it actually negatively affects our lives because then we don't get the sleep that our bodies need. And then we wake up and we've got to do all the stuff we've got to do the next day. And we're exhausted because we were up for however many hours in the middle of the night. And so then we find ourselves exhausted in need of that sleep that we missed out on because we were worrying. So not only does worrying not add an hour to our lives, it deducts from our lives. It actually harms us physically and emotionally. It harms our health. It can even make us sick sometimes. Sometimes when we're worrying, we internalize that worry. Sometimes when we're anxious, we internalize that anxiety. I remember when my little brother was over in Afghanistan and my mom suddenly had a bunch of ulcers and her doctor's like, oh, what's going on? And she's like, oh, no, nothing. Everything's fine. And, going through her kids and then mentions that a kid's in Afghanistan. And he's like, you know what we can do when we get anxious and worry? We start to internalize that anxiety. We start to internalize that worry and it starts to manifest inside of us. We can make ourselves sick with worry. But read these words of Jesus. Can any of you, by worrying, add a single hour to the span of your lives?